Hello, welcome, and thank you for joining today's webinar. And today we're going to be talking about how to duplicate the Jeunesse system. What I'm going to talk to you about today is the recommended process that many people in this business are doing. It's a process that is getting results, and it's a process that people are being very, very successful in. So it's vitally important that you take notes and you follow exactly what I will be talking about today. This is all about duplication. Duplication is the word that you will always hear in this business. What I'm going to be teaching you today, I hope you will be teaching your enrollees, and then in turn they will be teaching their enrollees, and so on and so forth. It's very, very important for everybody to be doing exactly the same thing, exactly the same processes. So today, really, I'm going to be talking about, in terms of duplication, really the 5 steps to getting started. Now, I've covered this before in previous webinar, but this is the recommended process that you need to be following. So there's 5 steps. We're going to go through those steps as well with you. We're also going to be talking just a little bit about how to make your contact list. I will cover just some of the different types of enrollment that you'll be needing, that you'll be going through. And then we'll be going through like a flow diagram, again, of the recommended process of how to qualify someone's interest in the business. So really, when you are enrolled in the business, or you have enrolled a new person in the business, the first thing you must send them is step 1 of the Get Started training. Literally in the first 30 minutes, first 5 minutes that you've enrolled them, they should receive this. And this is the time when you really want to get someone. They're excited to be in the business. They just want to tell everybody about it. They want to talk about it. So you must send them this video. So if the person has enrolled and wants to be an active distributor, send them this short 9-minute video by Tracy Seacombe. And she is a Ruby director from Australia, and the link is there, so just cut and paste it into your browser and you'll be able to watch it. And this covers the first 7 steps of 15 in the Get Started training. So this is a very, very important. I have covered this before, but she goes into it a little bit more depth, but it's the first 7 steps. Book a call with your prospect, your enrollee, to follow up within 48 hours to start working on their list and get help and get going. So this is a very, very vitally important bit of training. The first step 1, the first 48 hours in the business. Step 2 is the secret system. Now, you do not give your new enrollee this step 2 until they have completed step 1. Okay, and you've signed that off with them, and they are happy, and you are happy that they are ready to continue. Now, in this training in step 2, Angela Lucenti is an Emerald director from Australia, and she gives you strategies on how to be successful in network marketing. So this is a very, very good webinar. It's about 35 minutes long, so make sure you've got a little bit of time to earmark a little bit of time to watch it. And again, the link is there. You can cut and paste that into your browser and watch it. And what you need to do is follow up with your enrollee after they've watched it. And if they've got any other questions or any technical questions around what Angela has been talking about, obviously they can ask you, or they can ask anybody in your upline. Step 3 is piquing interest. What we mean by piquing interest is getting someone interested in the business, interested in the products or the business opportunity of Jeunesse. And what we want to do is really to encourage your enrollee to start piquing interest with people in their contact list, in their warm market. And one way they can do this is really to have a casual conversation with someone, maybe in a bar or something like that. And then what they need to do is follow up with a 2-minute video from J Mobile. J Mobile, if you don't already know, and if you haven't downloaded it already, why haven't you? J Mobile is is your smartphone. It can be downloaded. It's an application that can be downloaded into your smartphone, and it contains everything that you see on the web. It's everything that your business will help you with, and it's basically your business in a box, and it's on your smartphone. When we talk about sending videos, we say don't send any more than 2 videos, and I'll talk about that again in a minute. And try to avoid emailing people. That is complete a no-no. And we tried that. We sent a very big, long email to our warm market when we first joined the business, and 2 people got back to us, and it wasn't very successful at all. So don't waste your time doing things like that. Also, create your own sort of like story of why you've actually, got yourself into the business. Why have you got into Jeunesse? What was the thing that made you decide this was the business vehicle that you wanted to join? Tracy Seacombe here. We've attached Tracy Seacombe's 4-minute story to give you some idea. You could even send this one out to people as well. The link is there. And she talks about why she has joined the business, what her history is, what her story is, where she's going, what her goals are. And it's 4 minutes, so it's quite short, so that's quite good. So watch that as well to give you some idea. But it's crucial actually that you do create your own story, because that's one of the most powerful things that you can have when you're talking to prospects. So some of the top tips for piquing interest with the videos that I talked to you about from J Mobile. And just as I was just saying just now, at the beginning, less is more. We sort of like say send 2 videos, but if you can just send 1, that is probably enough. Use your own story, as I said, to introduce yourself to the person. Maybe you were introduced to the products, or you were looking for a new business opportunity, or you're in a job that you feel that you need something else in your career, something new to start. Tell them your story, and that will that may resonate with someone. Depending on the type of person that you talk to and the prospect that you want to send the video to, there are a number of videos that are very that can work with certain individuals. Like, for example, if you're talking to a mother who's at home and looking for something to do, there are videos around mums that you can actually send out, and they're in J Mobile. If you want to talk to someone who's interested in a business, and they want the business opportunity and they're interested in the products as well, you can send them the Secret of Jeunesse video, which is a very good one. It's about 15 minutes long, and that gives you like a longer overview of the business opportunity. All the videos are in J Mobile, the J Mobile app, under video campaign, and we have attached a link down there for you to work out how you can actually send the videos. But it's very, very simple. You can simply just cut and paste the information there, the links that you get from J Mobile. You can tweet them, you can email them, text them, WhatsApp them, or even message the videos. It's very, very good. And they've got a lot of videos that are very, very excellently done, very well presented, and they should get interest from your prospects. Step 4 is sharing the whole story. And what we say to people is your enrollee does not have to know everything before they get going. The most important skill really is just try to get good at inviting people and really piquing interest. And then really just hearing from somebody who's more experienced in the business to do the talking for you. So what we encourage enrollees to do is to start inviting potential prospects to live events. So wherever you are, if there's a live event, get them along to that, because these are the things that really motivate people. Recently, Natalie and I, we went to the Australian conference, and it was fantastic. And anybody that wasn't motivated when they left that, they can't have had a pulse. I mean, it was fantastic. Event, everybody was up for it, and when we got back, we just couldn't wait to get going again. So try and get to live events in your area. If you can organise your own live events, do so. But if you do organise your own events, make sure that you have somebody in your upline or an experienced person doing the presentations for you. Certainly in your early days in the business, do not attempt to do that yourself. unless you're super confident and you know absolutely everything. But unless you do, you know that. You're not confident or anything, get someone who is far more experienced, certainly in your early days, to do the presentations for you. You can send live webinars, links to live webinars to people. So these are often organised by online by an upline team member like myself. We organise webinars on certain subjects. So say you can send people links for that. You could do three-way face-to-face meetings with your upline. So, for example, if your prospect wants to have a chat about the business and the opportunity, you can have a three-way face-to-face meeting, have a coffee or something in a restaurant, a bar, or even in your home or whatever. So, that's quite a good way of getting sharing the story of Jeunesse. But again, get your upline to do the talking. You just sit there, listen, and learn from your upline or an experienced person. That upline person must be far more experienced than you, certainly Sapphire and above, certainly if you've just joined the business. Again, a three-way call with an upline person. You can use Skype, GoToMeeting, Zoom, those sort of things. Again, needs to be with your upline, somebody who's experienced in the business itself. And also you can encourage people to listen to opportunity presentations. Obviously, a lot of people can't get to a live event opportunity presentation, certainly in their areas. There's lots of them online that are recorded, and there are live ones as well. And you can send these to your prospects. We've attached an example of Tracy Seacombe's recent one that she's done. They're on the link there, and they are very good to get people interested in the business itself. Step 5 is steps 8 to 15 of the Get Started training. And this is done by a guy called Aaron Biley, who is a diamond director from Australia. And in this, he talks a little bit about steps 1 to 7, but in actual fact, steps 1 to 15, he goes through all of them, but just a little bit on the first 7 steps. And what he says is that, these steps are the 15 steps are the things that you actually need, the fundamental things you need to succeed in Jeunesse, in this business. If you don't do these, he said that you will fail in this business. So, again, cut and paste this video, watch it. I think it's about 45 minutes long, and look at what he's suggesting and all the things that he's doing, and then work with your upline or your mentor to go through it and discuss and answer any questions around what he's been talking about. So those are the first 5. Those are the 5 steps of the Getting Started training. That should take you a month to do, and just go through it systematically. And you only send your new enrollee step 1. And once they finish that, then send them stage 2. Only when they finish that, then you can let them look at stage 3 to 5 at their leisure. But it should take about a month really to look at all of that. And really the purpose of making sure that everybody goes through that process, the Getting Started training 1 to 5, it really is about duplication. And duplication, is key in network marketing and in this business. It's proven to work. I mean, what it does, it creates effortless duplication in teams. You've got to ensure that your new enrollees get this, and certainly the ones who want to build a business in Jeunesse, because if you can't duplicate and get people to do the same thing, you simply will not be able to build a business. And obviously, you'll have customers as well. They might be retail or wholesale as well. I mean, you don't really have to be doing duplication with them, but, in terms of just keeping them happy, following up with them, around their products and just making sure that they're happy with what they've got from the business. But duplication really is so key to this business, and always keep it there in the back of your mind that, you've got to make sure people are doing exactly the same as you. People reinventing the wheel in this business, they are the ones that fail. It's a complete and utter waste of time. You must do what everybody else is doing, because it's proven. People have made a lot of money with these simple steps that we've been talking about, that I've been talking about today. So I'm just going to give you some extra tips about making your contact list, your warm list, and what we're saying is that you could create 4 lists. This is what we've come across during our time in the business, and we think that this is quite a good way of really just separating out some of the individuals that you know in your warm market. So really, what we're saying is, one, people you come across, are people who invest in high quality skincare products, who take good care of their appearance and like to look good. So those sort of people are quite good to tick off on your list. Then we say, who invests in health supplements? Who do you know that does that and buys a lot of them and likes to stay fit and healthy? They might be interested in Zen Body or AM and PM. So who invests in those sort of health supplements and things? Who might be looking for an entrepreneurial activity, or who has got a go-getting spirit? Who's in between jobs, a stay-at-home mum, who wants to move jobs, or have got a headspace to explore something new. So that is another category of person that you should separate and tick off in your warm market list. Finally, who do you know that runs an appointment-setting business that sells products and services in the area of skincare, nutrition, and healthcare? Anti-aging doctors, beauticians, other healthcare practitioners, etc. These guys are really, really. This is a very important one, because in Jeunesse, the way to make money is really, to make money in this business, and your currency really is, the commissions of the products. And if you need volume, and what you need to do is find organizations that can sell lots of these things, because you will need a lot of people to purchase products, really, for you to get, an rank advance in this business. And one thing that can really help you to do that is to engage these sort of appointment setting businesses that can sell your stuff on bulk, that can sell your products on bulk. And these are the guys, that we certainly are going after, and we advise you to do so as well. So anybody that you know that runs an appointment setting business that can sell your products, certainly at retail, they are people that you really should get involved in, because they can sell a volume and they can give you a lot of points. Your points will enable you to cycle. Some people as well might appear 2 or 3 times, and just circle these people as hot prospects in your business. So making your contact list, you can do it any way you want to, but we've created a spreadsheet, and we can send this to anybody that wants it. And we've actually put those categories in four columns. And what we want you to do is, make this list up, put your contacts all in those lists where they're appropriate to go. And then what you need to do with this list is work with your upline. Work with your upline with this list, and go through every single person on that list, the people that you want to contact, and your upline will work with you to contact those people and get them interested in business. So again, if you want to hear a bit more about your contact list and whatever, make sure you work with your upline, get your list, get them to work with your list, send your contact list to your upline, work with them, and then you work out a way of how you're going to actually contact them about the business. These are all your prospects. Types of enrollment as well. So once you've found your contacts and the type of people that you want to get into the business, it's how, what kind of enrollment do you want? Do you want retail customers? Again, these could be those appointment setting businesses that just buy stuff on bulk, and that's fantastic for you. You can also get people to sign up as an associate. This is just for people who just want to buy the back office and buy it wholesale on an ad hoc basis. And this is really good for people who are price sensitive or uncertain about what they want. One thing what we do as well with the associates, or people that are just not getting to that distributor level and they're unsure of things, is to try and get them enrolled in the business anyway, get them their place in the network, which is really important. Because if they sort of like say, well, great, I'm really interested, but I don't want to sign up now. What we try and do is encourage them to actually sign up now, because even if they don't do anything, they always will be in the network. They will never lose their place. So, if they decide in 6 months' time they want to actually come into the business and the time is right, they've actually accumulated probably 50,000 points on the side that they've been enrolled on, and they've all got a kickstart straight away in the business. All they have to do is start building on their other team, and they can actually start to cycle. So it's always worth mentioning that to people, is that this is network marketing. Even if you're not interested now, at least sign up and get yourself in the network. You don't even have to sign up on AutoShip. Just get them in the network. The next category is a distributor. So it's really wholesale customers and network members. So it's someone who buys the back office, a Jeunesse package of products worth 100 CFE or more in one calendar month. And this person may or may not choose to distribute the products or go on to AutoShip. Again, when somebody signs up and they want to be in the business and be a business person in Jeunesse, they must really go on AutoShip. If they don't want to go on AutoShip, then I would probably say just don't really sign them up. And if they just want the products, then just get them to buy them retail or whatever. But if you're going into business, you must sign an AutoShip. That's your currency in Jeunesse. Also, you can have a wholesale customer who is active at selling Jeunesse products. It's the same as the previous one I've just mentioned. They set up AutoShip of 60 CVs a month, for example, serum or the reserve, and this keeps your points and keeps you in the business and allows you to make money. So these are like the 4 types of enrollment that you can go for. But I would suggest as well, again, if people do waver and are uncertain, try and get them signed up and in the business. They don't even have to sign an AutoShip. Just get them signed up so that they've got their place in the network. That's quite important, and that's something that we realise that a lot of people actually try and do. So how do you qualify the type of interest? Now, this is the recommended process that everybody in the upline, certainly in our upline, are using. And this is how they do it. And this is what we want you to do. This is what we want you to duplicate in your teams. Everybody must do exactly this to be successful. And as I've said before, anybody that has done this, they have made money in this business. They are successful, and they've just used this very, very simple process. So the first thing on the left-hand side, what we say to people is, number one thing you do is, first of all, is pique interest through viral marketing or an informal conversation. So you could be in a bar, in a restaurant, or a party, and you'd be talking to someone, and you listen to their needs and their interests. And once they're sort of like interested and you've got their details, then you send them a short video from J Mobile. You don't have to tell them anything about Jeunesse or anything. Just send them a short video to pique their interest. Then you follow up with them within 48 hours or as soon as possible to see if they are actually interested to learn more. If they are, you send them a pre-recorded webinar, or you invite them to an opportunity presentation or a local event or something in your home, or send them one of the webinars that we do or anybody else does. If you do want to do a presentation in your home, make sure that you host at your home. Make sure the presentation is performed by somebody in your upline or an experienced person in the business. That's very important. Do not attempt to describe the opportunity presentation if you're not experienced at your home. Get somebody else higher up, a Sapphire and above, to do the presentation for you. At this point, if someone is interested in the products and they love them, fine, great, sign them up. If someone is actually interested in the business opportunity and they've obviously seen the opportunity presentation, they've been to a local event and they're absolutely interested in it and they want to sign, absolutely sign them up straight away and get them into the business. Some people may want a little bit more information, and if that is the case, then you follow up with them on a 3-way call with your sponsor or someone in your upline who knows the business inside out. And that's what a lot of people do in this business. Even people who are emeralds, rubies, diamonds, they get someone who is above them to do a 3-way call with someone who's interested in being in a business, doing the business around Jeunesse. So obviously, again, if you've got someone who's very, very interested in business and you've got them there and they want to sign up, don't wait for the 3-way call. Sign them up, and then you can talk to your upline and introduce them to your upline later on the 3-way call or whatever. But if they are, wavering a little bit, or they just want a little bit more information, then get them on a 3-way call with your upline or somebody who is more qualified to do the talking for you. What we've noticed through this process as well is that you don't really have to do a lot of talking or telling it to your prospects. You don't have to really say anything about Jeunesse. You are simply piquing interest. You are just sending a video. You follow up to see if they're interested and send them a link or invite them to a presentation or a link to a webinar. And then finally, if they are interested, you sign them up. If they want more information, then you invite them to a 3-way call with someone in your upline or someone who is more qualified to talk about the business opportunity than yourself. That is the process. This is the recommended process for running this business, for actually qualifying interest from a potential customer or a potential prospect. This is the process that you must follow. If you are unsure of what I am talking about at any point, please contact someone in your upline or myself or anybody in the team, and they can guide you on how to do this. But we are really obviously here to make sure that you succeed. This is very, very important on how to qualify interest. And a lot of people, as I've said before, are making a lot of money and having a lot of success on this particular process. Anybody that goes on a 3-way call with someone in an upline, 99% of the time, that person signs up as a business prospect. And, so that's another important thing to note. So, your role in your early days of your career in Jeunesse, really, you do not have to know everything before you get going. The most important skills you need are, you need to get good at piquing interest, just listening to people and where they are in their lives, and, just having a discussion. You don't have to talk about Jeunesse itself. Just listen to people and just say, well, for example, if someone is talking about they're very disinterested in their current job, they don't want to be sitting writing a desk from 9 to 5, they want to do something else, then all you have to say to them, listen, I've got involved in something. Can I send you a video that might, be of interest to you? And can I follow up in, tomorrow? Don't tell them anything more than that. And if they say yes, great. You invite them to a webinar. If they really love that, you can sign them up immediately as a business prospect or a product user. If they're still unsure a little bit, invite them on a 3-way call with someone in your upline. And all you have to do there is listen and learn. Really, through this whole process, you really don't have to say anything. You just get somebody in your upline to do the talking for you at this stage. Once you get more confident, then you will be that person doing the talking for your enrollee or for their enrollees. This is all about duplication. Everybody has to do the same thing, and this process has been proven to work. As I've said to you before, say nothing, unless you are super, super confident in your early days in the business. Try not to talk about the business opportunity too much with your prospects. Obviously, they'll say, oh, what are you talking about? What is this business? Try and leave it to the experts. Leave it to people who know what they're talking about. Leave it to people who have been in the business a while. And all you have to do, as I've said before, is just listen to them. Listen and learn from how they do it, how they talk about it, and what they say. That's the most important thing that you can do, certainly in your first 2 or 3 months in the business. I mean, like I said to you before, a lot of people who are even rubies, emeralds, diamonds, they still get people in their upline to do the talking. They talk to their prospects for them. It's quite good to actually get a third party, not you, to actually do the talking, because it sounds a bit more credible as well, with all due respect. To have somebody else there doing who has been successful in the business that you're talking about to your prospect with them. So that's quite important as well. And try and do a three-way call. Try and get experienced in doing that as well. As I said before, if you have a prospect who is desperate to join Jeunesse, do not wait for a three-way call. You can do that afterwards, get them signed up, and then just introduce them to your upline afterwards. Take it from there. So that's it. That is the recommended processes. That is the recommended way of working in this business. We encourage you to do it this way. If you have any questions about what I've covered today, please get in touch with me or anybody else in your upline. I will look forward to hearing from you and helping you be successful in this business. Many thanks, and thank you for joining me today.